So I'm actually shocked. I'm actually shocked. Out of all the times that I have posted a poll, this game was neck to neck with Alien Isolation with mods. I wonder what I'm getting myself into. I mean, all of y'all chose very good games. Whatever horrors you may find in dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginning. This is a love story. So very quickly, I just love the fact how it says here, quick save is F5. I am a master at quick save, thanks to Baldur's Gate 3. All right, let's start. Chapter 1, the hero and the princess. What kind of decisions am I gonna make?
Path in the woods.
Excuse me.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, okay. This is nice. The end of the... Oh. How many choices are there? Let's see. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la... Oh, this is so hard. This is so hard. And I have not even started, but the choices are so good. Silently continue to the cabin or turn around and... so many good choices. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Sweet. I always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la revolution.
That's the spirit.
Don't you love me?
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Okay.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat,
and she will steal
everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
All right, so for the first run, I am just going to be myself. Before being the goody two-shoes, I'm just going to be myself right now. And proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's take the blade. Yeah.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Oh, I have the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Wow.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh my.
She sounds dangerous.
Oh no, she doesn't.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I didn't know she'll have that type of voice. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good one. I'm just checking in on you, making sure the rotten air is to your liking.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Don't you dare try to seduce me, lady.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Yes, she is.
Focus on the task at hand.
Stop.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
There we go. Quick save. Nuh-uh!
Then drop the knife.
My knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her.
Why?
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
No, let's do it. Come on. Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Why?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not unharmed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade, slay the princess. Like I said, I'm gonna play this my way for the first run. Am I sure she's not armed?
I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Nope. Not falling for that, lady. I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Alrighty. Squint at the princess while holding on to the
You
blade.
stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Squint at the princess even harder.
You squint even harder. So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
Not me. Aw, I can't squint at her more? Aw, man, narrator, you suck.
You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck.
Well, duh. I kind of figured.
Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery
well,
painting
she
the
killed
princess
me.
with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
Finish the job.
With the last bit of your will, you press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
Okay.
Oh,
You didn't think that I was gonna kill you?
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
We died together. How romantic. I guess that's what it means by a love story.
somehow I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder, do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
Probably not at this point.
It's like She's convinced she can't die. But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well. Oh, it continues. Huh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Wait, what's going on?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh. Now this is getting interesting. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this happened already? But I died. What am I doing here? She's going to kill me again. But I already slayed the princess. Sure, she also killed me. But I wonder, I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
Okay, now you're suspicious here, narrator.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yeah, right.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere.
Wait, the voice of the cheated? Who the hell is that?
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't.
Oh.
But it turns out she did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did happen. Why would I listen to you? Why should I bother doing it again?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Thank you for indulging me. I just have a flashback of Gale.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Sounds to me like you probably had some kind of elaborate nightmare, in which case I shouldn't be held accountable for what supposedly happened. But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else. She just caught us by surprise last time. She can't do that twice. So long as we're careful, we can win this. That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
All she did last time around was stab me to death. How can someone like that end the world? Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
We killed each other last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
No, narrator. We are not going to play by your rules.
While you're at it.
Thank you. We are not going to play by your rules, narrator. We're going to play by my rules.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
How about tell me something more interesting?
I didn't know we were special.
We are not gullible here.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
I'm not gullible. Stop it. Stop it.
If anyone's special here, it's her. That was a nasty trick she pulled on us.
See, I'm the voice of the cheated here. Why the hell am I being a gullible hero? You're being cagey. Why aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
No. Tell me the truth. I want the truth. Cold, hard, flat truth.
You didn't tell us about her knife last time, though.
That's because she's unarmed. And more than that, it's because there wasn't a last time.
Let's ask the last question. All she did last time around was stab me to death. How can someone like that in the world?
She just can. But she's still only a princess. You're fully up to the task you've been given, so long as you remember that.
That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Turn around and leave.
And away we go. Good call.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
No. To the pub. Okay, fine. No. Oh, look at the beautiful choices I can make here. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yeah.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all. You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
But where are the people? I don't see anybody.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy.
Oh.
What's going on? Where are we?
What the hell?
That son of a bitch flipped over the table, didn't he?
What do you mean? The world around you is unmoved, its physical matter replaced by textured nothingness. It is quiet. Oh my, there is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Dolcian's pulse is louder as something other comes close. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your conscience and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistant. Fingers draw claws across the glass surface of your soul. Making sure nothing happens to my second monitor. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. This is a nightmare. Wake up. It's not. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
The real slave
is a
princess
cabin.
starts here.
And in the basement of that cabin,
You'll know when you see
is a
it.
princess.
What the hell? You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard. Alright, so let's just do this. I think I'm gonna be the silent type right now. I think I'm gonna be the silent type. Silently continue to the cabinet.
You make your way up the short path to a warning before you go any further.
Hold on.
She will lie. She will cheat.
Okay, we heard all
We're not gonna go
this.
through with this, right?
I'm gonna enter the basement without the blade. Oh wait.
The door to the basement, her voice soft.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't skip. I think this is a new dialogue.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Oh, because I didn't take the blade.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Yeah, I totally forgot that I was going to be following the rules here. And I forgot the blade. Well, shit.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Am I being hypnotized?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Huh.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Okay. If I basically fall into this, she's gonna kill me. But let's see. Hold on. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Okay. Getting a little stink somewhere here. Let's see. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out. Okay, I'm going to get you out. Sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and it is worth the risk. Retrieve the blade. Keep her locked away. I'm going to keep you locked away down here. At least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. I mean, that does seem... What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to be in the world. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? Actually, I'm kind of curious about that. What's your name? I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked down here for a reason. Nah, I think I'm gonna be a jerk. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
I'm just curious.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
But I'm kind of curious though.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
What's her name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Princess.
Is princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
This sounds like me. So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Huh.
Okay, that's weird.
That is weird.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Or it's just a kink.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Okay, better be good.
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation.
Listen, lady, I'm not gonna get into stuff here. I mean, I try not to swear a lot in every gameplay, but I end up swearing a lot. I'm not going down a more darker path. Maybe I am with you.
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
I just like talking. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding.
Why would you want to be out of here anyway?
She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I actually do want to hear an answer.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
I just want an answer. Don't make me regret this.
You're only making this more difficult.
I want it to be more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake.
I know I'm making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
No, I want to make a huge mistake.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Does she still have the blade?
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
What key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Maybe they did. I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Okie dokie.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
See, I'm not making it complicated, but you are making this complicated.
Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
But the blade is upstairs. Wouldn't you want me to get the blade? All right, let's return to the bottom.
Make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
No, narrator. I want to make things complicated for myself. Because I like making things complicated for myself for absolutely no reason. It makes me think a lot harder than I'm supposed to.
Easier for whom?
Exactly.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I know. I'm quite in the pickle, right?
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
I think the narrator locked me down here.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Oh my God!
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Oh my goodness! Oh! 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 I did not suspect that! Oh my lady! Oh my. Wow.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Let's save the princess this time.
Fine.
I want to see this narrator, so fudge off.
Against your better judgment,
Oh my
you place
God.
the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
I didn't want it to do it like this. We don't need to do no saw shit here. We don't need to do no saw shit here.
You cut into her flesh.
Didn't want it to do that.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Yeah, she didn't.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
I'm bothered.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
All right. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
I knew it. You do have something to do with this, narrator.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
I knew it. I knew the narrator was playing me.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Oh! 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 The narrator is really playing with me here. Warn her.
Stop that.
What's gonna
Something's
happen?
come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Listen, lady, I'm trying.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
I don't want to.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to make things complicated here.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She's gonna kill me, isn't she?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Why, lady? Why you had to do that?
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Sure.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed
everyone.
I don't believe that.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't seem like she's sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound. It won't be long before you bleed out.
Oh boy, she's bad at this, isn't she?
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel? Is this different from what happened?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
We're gonna have the whole deja vu shit again, are we?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, new dialogue option. Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time.
You want me to kill her. You want me to obey your rules. I'm not like that. Unless I want to.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
You're a really gullible dum-dum, aren't ya?
Yes, he didn't approve of us
Sis
last time,
Smitten?
did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
What?
Our beloved?
Our beloved?
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
What the fudge is going on now? First it was a voice of the cheated, and now this is the voice of the smitten. I'm totally head over heels in love with the princess?
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
That got me good, but it does sound like that.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
What the hell have I done? I sound like a totally babbling idiot. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this happened. Alright, so let's do this
Those are
again.
two very different questions.
Okay,
but
we already
fine.
went over
I'll
this
indulge you.
dialogue.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Hold on.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. You were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ.
Let's see if we try the smitten path.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
That's true.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
That makes sense.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
But the last time that happened, we both died on the floor.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
You're just being a total idiot.
Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
Let's see. Who locked her in the basement? Well, let me see if he says the same answer as last time. Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this.
Because I'm a prophecy and I'm important.
You're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
I'm sorry, everybody, if you keep seeing me drinking liquids after liquids. It's just damn heat wave. It's too damn hot.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Oh yeah, special, alright.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice.
It did make me feel a little nice, though.
Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
That's all?
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
So, I'm gonna have to be sneaky here. Let me see if I can quickly save. Okay, so what the Smitten voice told me in my head is that I'm gonna have to be sneaky with the narrator here. If I tell the narrator I'm with them, I'm going to find a way to save her from the cabin. You know what? How about we play this game? We follow the narrator's rules, grab the blade, pretend we're listening to him, and we don't attack the princess at all. Play it smart. That's what I'm going to do right now. All right, so we are going to play by the narrator's rules this time. We proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Uh-oh, is he wise to me?
She will lie.
Oh, okay.
She will cheat.
He's not.
And she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
You know,
The
something.
interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
This wasn't how it was before. This is new. You know, cause I was about to say, you know, why is she trapped in a old cabin and not in a castle? And now look what we have here.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, but I'm onto you though. I'm onto you, narrator. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
I want to go to the mirror. I want to go to the mirror. I want to go to the mirror.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
I want to go to the mirror.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
I'm going to quietly approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror. Wait. Hold on. What did I do? Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
No. There's a mirror. There's a mirror there, narrator. There's a mirror. I swear.
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Oh, now you want to sweep her off her feet. The mirror is gone. This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Is it? I can't say I was paying.
What am I pressing that's going to make it go back?
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Okay, so now everything's a little different. If I take the blade, I can use it to free her.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
He's so gullible.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us.
Again.
There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Onto the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
This is odd. This is so odd.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Not really.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Sounds a little different.
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
It sounds different than last time.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
That is true.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
This is weird.
My love!
Oh
we're
my
here to
God.
rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Now this looks like, she is being imprisoned in a castle. Because one thing that I just don't understand is this is supposedly a cabin. How is she seeing stars outside if she's downstairs?
You know she can't hear you, right?
Oh, all of this is in my head.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Huh?
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Oh, okay. What if we just go ahead and be like, I'm sorry about what happened the last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Dude, why? Why are you still lying?
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Does she remember, or she's just giving us like a pep talk?
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
You do have a point with that.
That's because she's perfect.
Can you shut up, Smitten?
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
You killed me last time. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
No. Okay, now you seem to remember me.
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so
I
quick to
agree.
assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Do I have to cut you out again? I really didn't care for the last time.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
I'm sorry, what?
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
I'm a bit disturbed, to be honest.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
The voice is smitten is really making me upset.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all.
I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a misanthrope.
Lucky for you, I did destroy the world.
Oh.
I destroyed all of it and made it awful for everyone.
Oh. She's just playing with me.
I'd point out that she just admitted to obliterating the entire world, but I guess that wouldn't actually move you.
Oh, it did.
Oh, it moves me. Whatever we do next, we should do our best to not let her out.
How about we let her out?
But have you seen her angelic face? She should get a pass. She just wanted to make us happy. By destroying the world. Apparently, yes.
I'm gonna rescue the princess this time. I'm gonna try rescuing her.
No, I can't let you do that.
Not
If you take
again.
another step towards the princess, Yes.
What just happened?
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Oh, come on.
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
What am I doing?
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Is she gonna stab me now?
Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved. Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
I want to regret this.
What do we do now?
We'll leave, and then we'll have our whole lives to figure out what we do next. Let's do this.
That sounds perfect.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. you and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Oh, this is too rich. This is too rich. This is too funny.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
That's fudged up. Come on.
That's a familiar move.
I know, right?
Did I do that last time?
Oh, yeah, you
should
did.
know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I'm right with the hero. I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
Get with the narrator.
And the lock clicks
Yay!
and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
What? It's
That's the way
happy.
out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yep.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin.
And the world ends.
And then you step outside.
Your love will set you free. Yay, joy. Hold the phone.
A happy ending at last.
No, something's happening.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
No, something's off.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Are we some type of bird or something? But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. Okay, that's the mirror.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a... Why is it here? Why now?
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
No, we should.
Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
No.
Right?
No, I want to look at the mirror.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? A villain vanquished.
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we even got about looking for her.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I can't believe she was taken away from us. The nerve.
Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
No, let's. What kind of voice am I if there is a voice of hero and there's a voice of Smitten and the narrator's voice? Is it like we have like multiple voices in our head? You approach the mirror. Gaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Oh my god. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
You're that thing I met in the space outside of the woods, aren't you? I thought that was a dream.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
The mouth is like moving her. She's literally just a body. Solitary lights, what do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am? I don't know what I am. I really don't know what I am after seeing myself in the mirror. Am I a monster?
I think that you are like me.
Oh, that's sweet.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
I want to know if she knows the narrator. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
So, wait a minute, are we like making our own version of the princess?
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Are you what sent me here to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
let her out there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
So what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Was I supposed to look at something that I wasn't supposed to look? Or something? Bring me more perspectives, and perhaps we will know our freedom. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? I'm going to keep repeating everything and create different alternative endings for her to finally figure out what she is, or to finally free her. This is getting very interesting, to be honest. How much would I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
That's interesting. That is very interesting. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being Semitic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
How?
You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Bring the damsel to her. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
All right, everybody.
And in the basement of that cabin
Hold
a
on.
princess.
All right, everybody. So, hold on. Let me just quickly do a quick save here. There we go. All right, everybody. So, I'm going to leave it off here. Things are getting very interesting. Okay. What I'm starting to take from this is that, like, there is just one vessel, one puppet, the princess, and an entity and a vessel. And we have to come up with different alternative endings to piece together from that entity, so the entity can finally figure out what to do, what is his purpose, or something like that. I don't know what the narrator's purpose is, but I do see that the narrator is hiding something from us. Not sure if we can kind of, take it away from us. Like, not take it away from us, but I'm not sure if we can kind of like trick him into revealing the truth or something like that. But what I'm seeing here is that there are different endings. So we're going to make different choices. And I'm going to see how many endings I can find. How many endings and paths I can find with this princess. And from there, we're going to like shape her. And from shaping her, we'll probably finally figure out what on earth everything means, to be honest. This is really interesting. I do enjoy this a lot. I really, really do enjoy this a lot. And I hope you do enjoy it too. So remember, definitely check out the link in the description down below as always. And don't forget to check out the awesome gameplays in the meantime while I try to figure out some strategies here. And I will definitely catch you on the next episode. Catch you later, everybody.